And if your justification for this endless rotation of genocide is the population problem, then look at the human race. Because according to your philosophy, we should probably start killing off the old people or trimming the edges. Tell me, when is it exactly that you sick start putting human on the menu? Because I feel it coming.
I mentioned this in my first commentary on you. We meat eaters believe in eating animals but not humans because we don't believe animals are equal to humans. In fact, let me quote you to prove my point.
When was the last time you heard an animal speak English? When was the last time you saw an animal driving a car or even dress itself? That's the difference, you child. We have so many capabilities that animals do not. Onision, you're really a prick. I'm a fan, but honestly, you're a prick. Thank you so much. Why don't you go talk to the cow about what they think?
Unless they're Dr. Doolittle or Eliza Thornberry, I think that's going to be a problem.
So boo-hoo, I have to crack a few eggshells in order to save a few thousand lives.
Well, this raises an important question. Do you eat eggs? Because I know many vegans refuse to eat eggs. If you don't, I find it ironic that you would use such an analogy, even if it is figuratively.
I'm not killing anyone, but I'm a prick. I'm trying to show you the truth. I'm trying to show you the better way. Maybe you get upset and maybe you get your feelings hurt, but I guarantee you once you take the better side, once you see the light, the truth for what it is, you'll thank me.
Amen, Pastor! Preach it! Seriously, the only thing missing is a gospel choir singing in the background, and Onision's an instant pastor. Ironic, considering he's an atheist.
Dude, Onision, WTF. Well, I guess I'm a murderer then, and I don't love anybody. That doesn't sound right. Well, what the f*** did you think that you were doing when you were chomping on flesh?
That I was eating a living creature that wasn't on the same level as a human being, and thus doesn't have the same legal or moral right to live?
When you eat your meals, do you ever even ask yourself where it comes from?
An Animal Farm?
I swear to your God, if someone switched out pork with human flesh, you wouldn't know the f***ing difference.
It's people. Soylent Green is made out of people.
Seriously, even if that was the case, I would assume that human flesh tasted a lot different than any other meat.
You just keep going on and on, mindlessly consuming and shitting it all out. You're a sick f***ing twisted murderer and you have the nerve to say what the F to me?
Unless that person is a butcher or hunter, he hasn't murdered anything, or at least directly murdered them.
Cows are mindless animals. The world is not Disney. Get used to it. Now I'm off to KFC. Ha 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 ha! Have you looked through my previous comments and seen how many f***ing retarded people have left that exact same comments? If you could only see how ridiculously unoriginal you are, you would be ashamed of yourself. Oh wait, no you wouldn't, because when the truth is slapping you in the face, you still smile and nod. And it's funny you mentioned Disney because in that statement you acknowledge that you are indeed the villain. You acknowledge that I'm the good guy and you're the bad guy.
No, I actually think he's trying to say that life isn't Disney where... You know what, I think I'll have Penn and Teller explain it.
Life isn't Disney bullshit where lions, pigs, and meerkats hang out together and sing songs. You think Jews and Palestinians have trouble living side by side? Try pit bulls and bunnies. Try honey badgers and... anything!
Something so insanely f***ed up about your minds is that you know you're wrong. You know for a fact you're wrong. You argue that you're not wrong when you know it.
Onision, I know I've been comparing you to a lot of things in this video, from pro-life protesters to evangelical pastors. Now I'm comparing you to a Christian who argues that atheists secretly know God exists, they just pretend that he doesn't. Because it's pretty disingenuous to not only claim someone's wrong when they're not, but to claim that they know for a fact they're wrong. The point I'm trying to make in these comparisons is that vegetarians like yourself are just as irrational as anyone else who holds to any other belief.
If you have any concept of the afterlife, I guarantee you are going to the pits of hell. Whether it be a repeated life as a paraplegic or you're going straight to Hades, what the f*** ever, you're going.
I thought we were leaving religion out of this discussion, but since you brought it up, allow me to quote my holy book. Genesis 9:3. Every moving thing that liveth shall be meat for you, even as the green herb have I given to you all things. Well gee, according to my God, I'm allowed to eat animals, therefore I'm not going to hell.
And even if there is no goddamn consequence, at least give yourself the right to complain if something bad ever happens to you.
Yes, because I'm a human being with a higher level of intelligence, complex emotions, and self-awareness.
You guys keep asking me why I do this. You complain that I'm not making a comedy video.
I'd be disappointed too if I subscribed to somebody for their comedy and instead got nothing but holier-than-thou bullshit.
But I guarantee you that every video I make, I am making a difference.
Question: when has somebody complaining on the internet ever accomplished anything? I can't think of anyone.
I am giving all the vegetarians out there reason not to be ashamed of themselves, reason not to doubt themselves when some f***ing twit comes up to them and makes fun of them for eating rabbit food.
I have nothing against vegetarians. If everyone ate meat, then there wouldn't be enough for everyone to eat, and it would be very expensive. So thanks, vegetarians. It's because of you that I can enjoy a $1 double cheeseburger at McDonald's. The problem I have with vegetarians, and the problem I have with you, is that you want to force everyone not to eat meat. That's nothing less of fascism.
Just in the last video, people have been relentlessly encouraging me to continue what I'm doing.
Kudos to them. It's about time the vegetarians have their own Venom Fang X. And I don't think that's a far-fetched comparison because, like Venom Fang X, Onision has been falsely DCMAing people simply for using footage in their videos, responses to him.
And from the beginning, I didn't lie to you. I told you that I was not here for you and I was here for people like me.
Which is why your Onision channel is dedicated to mindless internet comedy instead of militant vegetarianism.
You keep going on and on telling me that I'm forcing my beliefs on you when you can click pause anytime. Stop complaining.
I would do that right now, but I have 2 more minutes of video to commentate on, and I don't want to disappoint my subscribers. Speaking of which, how many did you lose because of this angry tangent?
You keep suggesting that these things are opinions when really I'm mostly stating fact.
Nowhere in this video do you state any facts, and even in your other vegetarian videos, you do nothing but state opinions masquerading as facts, all of which have been debunked over and over by people like Anyboo86. You claim to base your beliefs on fact. You don't. You may have facts to support your beliefs, facts that you cherry-picked while others you conveniently ignored, but your beliefs are not based on facts. They're no less dogmatic than those of a fundamentalist Christian.
If someone chops your kid into little bits and pieces and then you complain about it and then someone says, "Oh, why are you complaining? That's just your opinion. Stop forcing your beliefs on me."
Because most people value the life of a human child more than they do an animal.
Well, let me ask you something. How the f*** do you feel when someone just stomped over something that's so important to you?
I would ask you the very same question.
Do this for me right now. If you eat meat, admit below that you funded murder.
No!
You got a bucket of chicken from KFC. Congratulations, you killed 3 birds.
No, actually a person at a slaughterhouse killed those birds for me.
Those chickens could have lived for years to come, but instead you cut off their lifespan.
The average lifespan of a chicken is around 7 to 12 years. Not exactly a long, healthy life.
Over and over again, for every subject that I bring to you people, you continuously question the validity of my statements.
Which is no different than what other people experience on YouTube. It's called skepticism.
Now don't get me wrong, questioning can be good. But when you're arguing for more hearts to stop, how could you possibly be right?
Once again, I could ask you the very same thing.
I grew up raising chickens and ducks and rabbits and various other animals. These creatures were precious to me and I considered them my friends. If you would just take a second out of your uber important life to go over and pet a cow, to go over and hold a chicken, maybe, just maybe you would begin to see the truth for what it is.
I've actually owned several chickens growing up, so I have had the pleasure of holding a chicken, especially as a cute little chick. And you know what? I still enjoy me some KFC. You know why? Because even though I like chickens, I understand that they are not equal to human beings.
These animals are individuals. None of them are exactly the same.
Too bad they're too stupid to realize that.
Their value in comparison to us is highly debatable. Today you can become a person who deserves sympathy. Today you can look at your pets, tell them you love them, and actually mean it.
Because as we all know, people who eat meat also eat their pets. Well, maybe if they're a Chinese family.
Today you can stand up and say that you are an individual. So live a universally happier and healthier life. Stop eating meat.
No!
Stop saying genocide is wrong when you fund it.
Holocaust on your plate, ladies and gentlemen. Holocaust on your plate.
Stop living a hypocrisy.
Unless I'm claiming that eating animals is evil while at the same time eating animals, I'm not being hypocritical. However, if I was claiming that all living creatures that like to live deserve to live while at the same time vouching that some living creatures have no right to live but be exterminated, I would be.
For the sake of all that's good, open your f***ing eyes.
Closing thoughts. As much as I ripped on Onision here, I think he has a noble cause. I have nothing wrong with vegetarians, or even vegetarians who want to convince other people not to eat meat. But if you're going to do so, at least try to honestly debate the issue rather than insulting or belittling the other people. Because, trust me, calling people murderers didn't work for pro-lifers, and it's not going to work for vegetarians. Until then, this is Revenge of the Fallen, signing out.